Rugby, a beloved sport around the world originating back to 1823. Rugby is played in 121 countries with 8.5 million registered players and unions. In the USA, rugby is the fastest growing sport, with 33 million people who are very interested or interested in playing. So how does rugby work? I'll make this quick. In rugby, the ball has to be passed backwards, and if it moves forwards, that's called a knock-on. The ball can be kicked forwards though. Following a knock-on is a scrum where the teams fight for possession. In the scrum are forwards and behind it are backs. When playing, there's an offense and a defense. Defense stops offense from moving down the field and scoring by tackling them and trying to win the ball back in rucks. If the ball goes out of bounds, there's a line out for possession. If someone gets tackled, there's a ruck to fight for possession. It's all about possession of the ball to score a try. A try is when the ball's touched down in the end zone for 5 points and a conversion happens after, with a kick for the post for an additional 2 points. The ref in rugby is called a sir, and rugby is called a gentleman's sport. Pause. A gentleman's sport. Rugby is a sport commonly played by men and gentlemen, yes. But what about the female rugby players? Let's talk about that. Women didn't appear in rugby until Emily Valentine played with her brother's team in 1887. She was the first ever woman to be recorded playing. However, women have played rugby for a long time, but many did so in secret as they were discouraged from playing the sport. It wasn't until 1962 that there was the first women's rugby team at a university, and 1968 was the first documented women's rugby club match. Then, in 1990 came the first World Rugby Festival for women. Now there are many more women's rugby clubs and teams playing the exact same gentleman's sport as the men. Let's look into women in the sport in a more modern day context. As a rugby player myself, I went to my team to look into the women that compose it. My team plays at Arizona State University and was founded back in 1994. They're Division I in the Pacific Desert Rugby Conference and have been ranked in the top 16 nationally each season. To discuss their unique stories as ruggers or ruggettes, I'm meeting with...
My name is Mimi Fina.
My name is Lizzie Stewart.
Hi, I'm Danielle.
Hello, my name is Joxtaposing Zambis and do go by JoJo.
Hi, my name is Laura Kajowski.
This is actually my second year playing rugby.
I've been playing rugby for 2 years.
I mostly started to play rugby in college, but technically when I was younger I did play a little bit.
I've been playing rugby for about 4 months. I literally joined December of last semester.
I've played rugby for close to almost 4 years.
My rugby position is a lock, and specifically I like the number 4 position better.
My rugby position is prop, but I prefer the tight head.
My rugby positions are wing and fullback, but I prefer wing.
And I am a winger.
I played positions from fly half to fullback, but mostly my favorite position is center.
So I was raised with a huge focus on sports in my family because my dad played football for a really long time. So we all grew up playing tons of different sports, and so I have pretty much done every sport under the sun.
I come from a rugby family. I'm half French and it's really popular in France. So, my grandpa played rugby, my dad played rugby, he's been a coach for about 10 years now. My brother used to play rugby and now I play rugby.
High school, my sophomore year of high school, I joined the wrestling team, and at the point it wasn't really co-ed wrestling or women's wrestling.
I played volleyball for 2 years. I did not like it at all. And I really like track. I played it for 3 years.
A lot of the opportunities I've been given have been amazing. I've been grateful to be able to be part of 2 select teams.
In 5th and 6th grade, my school had a rugby team, so I asked my parents if I could join, and they let me, but it was pretty short-lived because it was a tackle team. It was by far the smallest kid on the field, and I got a black eye. When I applied to ASU, I knew that I was going to be on the rugby team because it's just something that I'd wanted to play for so long.
I decided to play rugby in college. I'd heard of it a little bit in high school, but I had never seriously considered it.
I decided to play rugby because why not? You only live once. It's actually a sport that I never really heard of before. It was just a weird decision out of nowhere.
I thought I wasn't able to do it. Just the fact that coming in as a freshman in college, someone coming up to me and being like, "Hey, you should play rugby."
I decided to play rugby because freshman year of college, I was looking for a new experience in a new sport. I had played softball for 14 years and I knew I needed to change. I was trying to decide between roller derby and rugby. I definitely couldn't skate, so I decided it was better for me to stay on my feet. I learned how much of a family everyone is.
That just the whole community is just one massive family. No matter where you go, you're going to find a rugby team.
I keep playing it because it honestly helps me so much outside and inside of the sport.
There's really a place for anyone. It doesn't matter if you're tall or small or, big or fast or anything. It's a sport for anybody. Anybody can play.
You're able to play. It doesn't matter what you look like, what size you are. There's always a position for you.
Tended to struggle with people judging me and thinking I'm not as good or seeing my speed as a disadvantage. But in rugby, it's shown me that because I'm a bigger player, I'm that much better.
I've played with people that have been 90 pounds and I've been a beast. And I've played with people that are, I don't even know, like 300 pounds and they're crazy good too.
Rugby to me is just everything. It's family. It's where I go and I can just be myself and just have fun.
Rugby means a lot of things to me. It means my family, my friends, my teammates.
I keep playing rugby because this is the only sport I've ever known where I am friends with enemies.
It's amazing. It's honestly such a great sport, especially for me. And I'm used to getting hurt for fun, so why not?
I've been able to travel and play with amazing people that I never expected to play. I played with a lot of Eagles, which has been amazing.
It just means, the literal world to me, I guess, because there's just so much that you can do in rugby, both on and off the field.
Rugby means so much to me, I can't even explain it with words.
It's the greatest thing that's happened to me in my college experience. It's how I've met my roommates, my best friends, all the people that I spend all of my time with.
It means a family full of tough, ambitious, and odd people, because come on now, who likes getting hurt for fun? Only us, I swear.
Being a female in a male-dominated sport is honestly empowering, knowing that I can take on that field and take anyone that's in front of me.
We are able to play the same rules as men. It's kind of been a very eye-opening thing.
Rugby is one of the few full contact sports where men and women play by the same rules, so I just really like how I'm expected to be able to do the same things as men. I'm expected to be a little more aggressive or a little more, physical than in other sports.
Seeing that rugby is so much more open to women being able to tackle as hard as men, and all that stuff has really been amazing.
I've always been the type of girl that's like more tomboyish, you would say. I was used to playing rough with other girls and stuff like that, and I do see myself more with boys. I have more like guy friends and girlfriends, which is like no baby for me.
Being a female in a male-dominated sport, it's really interesting because it feels like you're not just representing yourself, but you're representing like every girl out there that wants to do it, that has done it, that is going to. The advice I'd give to a girl considering rugby is that go for it, honestly. Like, it's a great sport. It's one that's still growing here in the US, and it's a great chance to stay fit, to meet new people, to travel, to just have some great and awesome experiences.
If you're a little hesitant, just give it a go. Just try it out, It's not that scary once you figure it out.
Honestly, go for it.
You can do it.
If a girl or woman is hesitant to play rugby, that just means they should.
You only live once, so why not join a sport like rugby?
That fear is going to drive you to do so much on and off the field. If you're fearful of getting tackled or tackling someone, once you're able to do that, you can do anything you want.
You will get the body you want playing this sport, but it also helps you mentally.
If you want to do it, go do it. Just being confident enough to just go and picking up a ball is the best thing to do. Like, it doesn't even matter who you are, just go and play rugby.
When you're going to have fun, you're going to get new experiences, so if that's what you like, or you sound like you like that, then rugby's for you.
It also helps you in life, with your family, like with anything.
If you ever are in a situation where you're in a boardroom and it's all men listening to you speak, you know that you are better than the majority of them and you could tackle their asses.
Anyone can play rugby.
These are just a few of the faces and stories of women rugby players. There are so many more from so many places, with unique stories, each adding something powerful to the team. Even with so many individuals and so much uniqueness, at the end of the day, we all have something in common.
I am a rugby player.
I am a rugby player.
I am a rugby player.
I'm a rugby player.
I am 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 a rugby player.
And I am a rugby player.
And we are unstoppable.